right, soccer fans, the lights are back on here in Manhasset, and we're going to have Game 2 of the Al Freeman Exceptional Senior Game here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Hey, you got to love it when a referee gets involved. Jumping up and close in the camera action there. I'm Rob Anderson here with my partner Chris Unger. Not Felix Unger, not Larry. We got it. Chris Unger. We're here today at the Exceptional Senior Game, the Al Freeman Exceptional Senior Game. Has there been an Al Freeman sighting yet?
I have not seen Al at all. We're in the box. We're a little dry compared to everyone outside, and we have not yet seen him.
Well, you're a little dry. I was out there doing interviews, but we had a little delay here. The lights were out for a little bit, and probably on a timer. They thought there was one game today. We're in the second game. Behind us, we have the Rising Star Junior game, which is by Ango. So it's a chance to highlight some of the juniors out there. First game, great game. A lot of kids out there learning how to play together for the first time with one another, usually their opponents. Here, we've got the state champion Garden City Trojans out on the field, a whole different slew of players out there. What kind of pressure do you think, Chris? It comes in a game like this. Not pressure, but like just the gel time.
I think the kids are going to figure it out real quick tonight, Rob. I know from two of my players that are on the field from Roosevelt High School, they are excited to play with peers they've seen over the last couple of years.
And let's talk about some of these guys. First, it's Team Blue by Coach Rodney Cutter and Valentini. Mineola High School's Zayn Reese. From Floral Park, Sam Amirati. Floral Park's Brady Kroon. Valley Stream South has Andrew Reyes. Wanto High School's Joshua Enriquez. Floral Park again, Charles McCarron. Limbrook's Nick Mignella. From Garden City High School, Jack Klein, Thomas Fargione, Oliver Williams. Roosevelt High School's Andy Gonzalez. How do you say his name?
Gregoire Rador.
I love when you say it. Glen Cove High School's Miguel Rivera. From Freeport, David Menjivar, Emerson Molina. Hempstead High School's Justin Lopez. From Farmingdale, Nico DeTroya. Massapequa's Jeremy Velez. And the goalkeepers, Limbrook's Jake Prince and Garden City's Michael Karcher. So that'll round out the team for Rodney Cutter and Valentini. And then on the other side, it's Coach Starkey, Supios, and Goss. And we'll give you some of those names as the game begins out here. Again, you got the orange versus the blue, Nassau County colors at their finest. Also, Chris Unger pointed out some Malvern East Rockaway colors. He's a big fan.
Huge fan, Rob.
Huge fan.
What a great year you guys had.
And great colors.
Yes, phenomenal.
I love the orange and blue. Let's go Mets.
Let's go Knicks.
Oh. So let's get it down to soccer, and we'll, again, introduce you to Team Orange. Oh, we got our first breakaway of the game, and that's our first goal of the game. My goodness, how quickly that happened. And for Team Blue, we got a number there, Coach.
Looks like 19. Let's see. Here we go. A little breakaway. Gets behind the center defender and just pops it in.
It is, and a quick goal there for Team Blue. We got to get some numbers, folks. The rosters, jerseys get handed out right before game time, so we've got to get some roster numbers here, I think, Coach. You got them?
I got something. I'm not sure if it's what we're looking for, though. Is that Jack Klein?
It's Jack Klein opening up the scoring, I believe. That's Team Blue? Folks, the lights went out, and all of a sudden there's chaos, yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Klein.
I don't know why Sweeney turned off the lights, but created chaos up here.
I tell you right away, Rob, what we're seeing is the best seniors in Nassau County, and the athleticism is on full display right now.
You do, yeah, and we were talking about it earlier. Like, when you get these guys out here, all of them, when you interview them, they say it's an honor to be on the team. We just had the soccer dinner, right? We awarded, I think, over 300 awards went out that day, plus scholarships and, some prestigious awards. They love this. This is the end. This is the culmination of everything right now tonight.
They know that the competitive part of their sport, playing for their individual home teams, that part of their career is over. And right now is an extra opportunity to play the game they love against some players they have not been playing with. And they know that there's a couple of college coaches here trying to take a sneak peek and see what they've got going on.
Yeah, we had some conversations with Farmingdale, Oswego, I believe 5 towns, a couple of different colleges here. And as well, they have an opportunity to look at the Varsity Media Sports Network and check back on some of the film. Also, folks, throughout the game, we've got Coach Brian Donahue who's going to be down on the field, giving us some interviews with individual players. So he'll take a break from his Instagram duties.
I tell you, what's wild to watch is how much rain is coming down here in Manhasset right now. And these kids are not phased at all. They are out there. They're moving. You see the body language, their posture. Everything is upbeat, positive, and you wouldn't know that Mother Nature is angry right now.
No, you certainly wouldn't, other than the traffic on the way in and out. But it was a great game. First game, 2-1, close game. Goalkeepers were top-notch. And we're going to... Oh, Recruit, is that the goal scorer? Okay, so we're going to head down to a North Shore player. I believe it's Brian Recruity. Going to talk with Coach Donahue.
All right, we are here with Lorenzo Rudy from North Shore. Lorenzo, beautiful night, right?
Yes, it's a beautiful night to play some soccer. Rainy night, it's beautiful, honestly.
So this is a culmination of a great 4-year career out of you, right? You had another great season this year. What does it mean for you to be out here?
It means a lot. Be out here with opponents from around the league, great players, just coming out here, being able to have fun. It's really like a great end to my high school career.
Now, some of these guys you're playing with, this was your opposition all season, and now you're playing on the same team. Is it easy to put away that, and now all of a sudden you're teammates, or is there still a little bit of a rivalry?
I mean, there's always that little bit of rivalry, but I think it can become into like a little bit of a joke, like around Nassau, all the boys, we play club together, like we all know each other. There's always that brotherly love, but also those rivalries will always be there. But
now, is there anything over the last 4 years that really sticks out to you as a memory that you're going to keep with you for the rest of your life, maybe tell your kids about one day?
Yeah. Henry Cardoza actually earlier was talking about that win versus Lawrence where he scored that winner. I got the assist to him in that goal. Like, that was just a great win. Coming into this season, like, we had such a great season last year. The expectations weren't as high, and we really got a new group, and we're finally able to beat Lawrence. It was just a great experience as a team, and I'll always remember that.
Well, your boy, Henry Cardoza, certainly set the table in the first game, opening up the scoring.
Yes.
What are you looking to do when you go out there?
Oh, well, we already opened the score, but hopefully add one on. We'll see.
Now, what's next for you as you go through the rest of the school year here, right? Your fall season's over. You got anything playing in the winter, in the spring? What do you do?
Yeah, I already started with some tournaments, showcases for Hoda. I'm playing with Hoda with a lot of the boys here on this field. And, yeah, I'm hoping to play in college starting next fall.
So no commitment yet that you can announce.
No,
You're still looking for a home. So
Yeah.
any coaches out there that are looking for an incredible stud midfielder, Lorenzo Rudy, North Shore Viking. Lorenzo, thank you for being here. You go have a great game.
Thank you,
And we're
Coach.
going right back to Rob Anderson.
Thank you, Coach.
And how about Lorenzo Rudy there? Thank you, Coach, from North Shore High School. Heck of a season that they had over there. And for that, the team, this is Coach Starkey, Supios, and Goss's team. And they have a couple different representatives from Locust Valley. Stephano Lonardos, heard a lot of his name at the dinner. He's a superstar. Plainedge High School's Santino Dell'Italia, Lawrence Corvin Pocasangre, North Shore, Amos Wright, and Lorenzo Rudy. We saw him playing edge. Also, Marco Skenich from Mepham, Giorgio Carusis, and Jonathan Murcia. Great Neck North, Jonathan Thomas. From Great Neck South, Will Gleason, Baldwin, Matt Alexander, Uniondale's Raymond Zavala. Oh. And that one just goes wide. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Hicksville's Joel Callie. Baldwin's Joshua Contre, Plainview Old Bethpage Joseph Zeno, and Eric Stolak. From Hicksville, Omar Obiadi. Baldwin's Eric Ramos. Mepham's Jake Hislop in net. And Great Neck South High School's Chase Bailey. And we're going to send it down now to Coach Donahue, who's down there with Big Ollie Williams, one of the studs for Garden City. 6 goals in 2 games. Send it down to Donnie.
All right, we are here with the big guy, Oliver Williams, the Trojan himself. Oliver had an incredible season. Every time we looked, you're scoring another hat trick, Oliver. Tell us about what a great season you guys had at Garden City.
Yeah, as a team, I'm very happy with the season. It was very fun to score, and yeah, great season overall. Very happy.
Now, clearly, if I'm going to ask you about, a memory that you're going to take away from your time in Garden City, and you're going to clearly talk about the 2 state championships that you were a part of. Outside of that, anything you're going to take away that you're going to remember for the rest of your life besides the state championships?
Yeah, I think just the like intensity in practice. Like even on like rainy Sunday mornings, for example, everyone was trying 100%, going full effort, and I think that's what separated us from everyone else.
Now, you are one of Nassau County's most prolific and dynamic scorers, right? Where does this come from for you? Where does this nose for goal?
Honestly, I just kind of switched to striker like last year. I got a lot bigger, and it just got a lot easier.
So was this a switch you wanted to make, or is this a switch that coach forced on you?
I definitely wanted to make it. Last year I tried out for a striker because that was where like the spots were on the team. So I just kind of switched and never looked back.
So now, for you being out here, what does this mean for you to be out here with your teammates one last time, Coach Carter one last time?
It's awesome. It's going to be very fun, and I'm playing center back today, so I'm looking to have fun.
Position switch for the big guy, Oliver Williams, going back to your natural center back position, right?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to see what kind of damage you can do back there. Oliver, what's next for you coming up for the rest of the school year, coming through the winter season, spring season? What do you got going on?
Not much. I'm just going to look to like, I don't know. My hobbies are like the gym. I'm joining spring tennis probably. And yeah, that's it.
All right, you guys can check out Oliver Williams coming up here in a little bit. They're going to sub him in soon. You can check him out playing center back in the Al Freeman Exceptional Senior Game. Thanks, Ollie.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Great interview, nice color, and we are back. We got Coach Cutter's blue team moving up the field on the left side, and Starkey's team clears the ball out wide right. Again, really great game here. We've got the best of Nassau County seniors enjoying one last go. Right now, next to me, I've got Dan Kramer from Bethpage Soccer. Dan, what are your thoughts tonight?
So far, so good. I thought the first game, really went well. Some great quality, couple good goals, exciting finish to the game. Getting a goal in the last, I think it was like 10 minutes or so. And in these type of conditions, if I'm a college coach watching, you just want to see if these guys can handle, playing on a wet field and adjusting to the conditions. And I think so far in the first game it went well, and so far so good. A nice, first goal just on pure hustle alone. And in this type of game, sometimes you just need that, the individual effort is obviously something that you want to see in the All-Star games.
I tell you, something wild right here. It looks like these kids are figuring each other out real nicely. They're all spacing the field. They're playing wide. And something surprising. It looks like each team is actually defending, right? They're playing a lot of defense. A lot of times when you hear about an all-star game, defense goes out the window.
Yeah. I mean, I think, hopefully these guys, have been amped up to play this game, playing against the best kids in the county. And, they definitely know there's some coaches here, whether they're here watching it or if they're streaming it. And, I think they understand that, too. Besides just being a competitor, wanted to win, you want to, show yourself, offensively, but also defensively. At a college level, you got to be able to play both sides of the ball. But, yeah, they're both working really well. And, hopefully Orange will get a little possession here. Right now, Blue is dominating the possession a little bit, but I'm sure Orange will get it going soon.
Yeah, Josh Enriquez with a nice little boot out of the backfield. And now we've got number 19 here, Jack Klein, doing what he does, mastering his foot on the ball. Oh, Marco.
Yeah, I think it's the other team, Marco Sekic from Plain Edge, who had the first goal. So he's, in my opinion, so far probably been the best player on the field.
All right, we're going to have Chase Bailey talk to Coach Donahue on the sideline. Take it away, Coach.
All right, we are here with Chase Bailey, Great Neck North. Chase, we got to start, first of all, the goalie showcase presented by Long Island Goalkeepers Academy. Tell us about your process through that.
Yeah, it was a great showcase. We started off with like a warm-up. Nice. I was able to work with Austin from Calhoun, goalie I've played with for a long time, so it was fun to be able to do that. Then we went into some more drills, and it was fun. It was a good warm-up for this game, so yeah.
Right, and you're going to need that warm-up. You're probably going to hop in here second half. For you playing in this game, you guys had a great season, right? The Great Neck North Blazers.
Yep.
What does this mean being out here for you?
No, it's amazing. Like, I've played with a bunch of these kids my whole life, so to be able to go up against them for like one last game, it's special. It's special.
Now, there's not one player I've seen out here who's more excited to get in this game than you, right? You're chomping at the bit to get in here, right? What are you looking to do when you go out there?
Just be me. Be talking the whole time, be screaming the whole time. I just love to play soccer, so just here to play.
Now, I think I already know the answer to this question, but if I'm going to ask you, what was your highlight of the season? What's a memory you're going to take with you for the rest of your life?
Probably the Roosevelt game that we won on penalties away at Roosevelt. It was probably the craziest game of soccer we ever played. We won on penalties. We were down, and then my center back who's in this game right now, John, scored to tie it up, and then we won on penalties, so it was great.
Now, do you think that was a better game than the game you beat Roosevelt at the very end on the PK?
Of course.
Now, just so you know, in the booth is a Roosevelt assistant coach who's listening to this right now. If you wanted to say hello to Coach Unger.
What's his name?
Coach Unger.
Coach Unger. Hi. Sorry about that. Next season's your season, Coach.
So now, Chase, what do you have coming up for the rest of the school year? Do you do anything in the winter? Do you do anything in the spring?
I play lacrosse. I saw you last year. Remember that against Oyster Bay. So yeah, I play lacrosse and have a great season. So yeah.
So did you start your off-season prep for lacrosse yet, or are you still in soccer mode?
Still in soccer mode, but I've been hitting the wall a couple times, going and playing some wall ball. So yeah.
All right, that was Chase Bailey, Great Neck North. You're going to see him out here at second half, and we're kicking it right back up to Rob and Coach Kramer up in the booth and Coach Unger up in the booth.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. Great interview. What a nice young man. Tremendous goalie. I hate to lose, but he did it the right way against Roosevelt. So we'll have to try again next year. And back to the action on the field. We've got a 1-0 game right now. It is Coach Cutter's team up 1-0 over Coach Starkey Supios and Gauss.
Yeah, we're getting mixed up with these teams right now. Coach Starkey, Supios, and Goss in the blue is up 1-0. But watching this game so far, Orange seems like they're still just settling in a little bit. Although maybe they'll finish on a set piece here, off the corner. We saw one in the first game. Ball whipped in. Let's see. Did I call it right? Up. Still in there. Still in the box.
Yep. Oh, good.
Ooh. See if they can finish here. Looking to get it back in the mix. And a wet night like tonight, you just keep swinging it in.
Oh, right off the head. Exactly what you want to see. Pointing it down towards the turf.
And blue finally cleared it out, but
good. All right, and catching the sideline, Coach Donahue talking to Roosevelt's finest, Andy Gonzalez and Greg Rador. Take it away, Coach.
All right, we are down with two of the best Rough Riders there are in the county, Andy Gonzalez, Gregory Rador. Andy, we're going to start with you. Right, you guys had a heck of a season this year. What does it mean for you to be out here playing in this game?
It's just a pleasure to be out here, representing Roosevelt, and then it just feels good being out here.
And what about for you?
I mean, it's a pleasure, just to show our talent, get everything right.
Now, we're going to stay here with you. If you were to pick out a highlight of this season, right, the thing that you're going to remember forever, what would it be?
A game against Great Neck North, our senior night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was so special about that game?
We played well, very well. We did our best. We gave everything,
And what about you, Andy?
Same thing. Senior night against Great Neck North. I scored a penalty to win. I ran to the corner. It just felt so good. Looking at the stands, so many people, and it was just so good.
Yeah, that was certainly a great game, one of the Nassau County's best games of the season. Now, you guys get a chance to play with each other one last time out here. Is it hard to put away some of the rivalries against some of the guys that you played against, or is it like, hey, we're teammates now, we're just going to go out here and we're going to do it the best we can?
We're teammates now, Never a rivalry, We're just going to play together, have fun,
Now, when you go out there, what are you looking to do? How are you trying to even this game up?
Just play simple, have fun, and yeah, that's it.
Now, these guys, Team Blue, just put on a show with that goal and that celebration. Do you guys have a celebration in your pocket you're ready to unleash on us?
Nah, I don't know anything right now. I don't have nothing on my hand right now. But
You got nothing up your sleeve. Just going to go out, play the game, and dominate. Yeah. Fantastic. Now, do you guys have anything cooking in the winter or the spring seasons? Do you guys do anything else?
No, nothing else.
Just your soccer all year round?
Yeah.
How about for you?
same thing, nothing. But
All right, soccer all year round for these Roosevelt boys. We're going to let them go get back to the bench and try and stay dry. They're going to be checking into this game a little bit. Coach Unger, we're going to kick it right back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach Donahue. Great interview with Andy Gonzalez, Roosevelt midfielder, and Greg Rador, Roosevelt right wing, and all around tremendous seniors for us. We are certainly going to miss them. Back to the game action. Looks like Orange is starting to pull it together right now. They're starting to figure some things out. They've been in the offensive third for the last few minutes. Let's see if they can tie this thing up. Coach, what are you seeing now?
Yeah, last couple of minutes, Orange, as we said, it looked like, the blue team was holding on to the possession and dominating early, but, all these kids are good players. I think the Orange team finally settled down, and they've had the last, 5-6 minutes of possession. I think also their defensive pressure in the offensive third, not letting the blue team, get out of their own end has been impressive. So, I think we're going to see just a good battle back and forth. I think that first goal just, caught the Orange team sleeping a little bit, but I think now it's going to be a pretty even contest. We just got word also that the Rising Juniors game just wrapped up. It was 3 teams of the Rising Juniors playing for about 2.5 hours, just 3 teams on and off playing each other. And, we appreciate Marco from Engo Sports putting that together here for some of our juniors, showing their talent. And, those will be the guys that – okay. Those will be all the guys that we're probably going to see.
All right, and right now we're going to send it down to Coach, who's talking to Raymond Zavala from Uniondale High School. Take it away.
All right, we are here with Raymond Zavala, Offensive Player of the Year for the Uniondale Knights. Ray, you had an incredible goal here to start the game. Tell us about it. Walk us through your goal.
I'm going to be honest, I just saw it through his legs. I poked it, and I was like, this one got to be mine. I was by myself, so I just put it back through the net, and that's it, That's all we got to do is just keep scoring, and I think the game will go our way.
Now, you are one of Nassau County's most prolific goal scorers. Does a lot of this come from instinct, or do you practice it? How does this all come for you?
For me, it's practice and instinct, but, I just try to pick out a corner and just put it behind the net, A shot is better than not taking any shot, but anything that you shoot, maybe it'll go in, It's a 50-50.
That's a shooter's mantra, right? A shot is better than nothing, right? Now, you have enjoyed a lot of success on Nassau County fields. Can you pick out one memory that stands out above all of them that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life?
Yeah, of course. Last year when we eliminated Oceanside, overtime when my friend Junior scored, it felt good when we eliminated them. We were the underdogs. It just felt good, a great winning away,
That was certainly a game that's going to stay in Nassau County's, vault of greatest games we've had in quite a long time. For you this season, you guys had another great season, right? Another nice little playoff run. What does it mean for you to be out here now?
Feels good. I like to influence a couple of my friends, players in Uniondale. I want them to, keep working harder. So one day, you never know, they could win the championship or one of them could be here next year. And I hope they do make it here. Feels good, though.
Now, you are leaving quite a legacy in Uniondale, right? What kind of standard do you think you've set for the Knights?
Work ethic. I always wanted it. Either way, even though it didn't go our way, but I always showed up to practices, always gave it 100. Just kept going. Even when we were losing, just kept giving it my 100 no matter what.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I've never heard better words for life than I just heard is always give it 100. Raymond, what do you got next coming up in the winter and in the spring? What do you got going on?
Right now I'm playing with my club, Hoda, but I'm thinking about playing in college, hopefully, and wherever God takes me, because the man above, he knows the future more than anybody else, so I think him.
Well, I got to tell you, there is a college out there for Ray, one of the best players we've seen in Nassau County in quite a long time. Any college in Nassau County, really any college in this area would be happy to have you, Ray. I wish you good luck on the rest of your journey. Go have fun the rest of this game. Raymond Zavala, Uniondale.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach Donahue. That was Raymond Zavala, Uniondale High School. Really nice young man. What a great interview. And a theme that we're hearing, all these kids have a tremendous amount of respect for the amount of work that's got to be put into their craft. This game is special to each and every one of them, and we can hear it each time they talk to Coach Donahue.
We're about halfway through the game at the 20-minute mark, and, as you said, Coach, seems like both teams are finally settling in, and, the game's been pretty good. Both teams have settled in nicely, and the game's going back and forth at a very nice pace. Both teams looking to possess the ball, getting some through balls. Obviously, on a night like tonight, playing in behind the defense is a little tough with these good goalkeepers. You can see, right now playing high lines, but overall the quality's been good. Nice, beautiful ball there.
Tell you, the intensity of the game is actually ramped up a bit. It looks like they're more comfortable on the field, more comfortable as they're figuring their new teammates out.
Yeah, I think, definitely, these guys only got to play together maybe one practice, and obviously then you throw in conditions like this with the wet field. It looks like it's still coming down pretty hard from the booth here. So, with the ball moving and skipping, it takes a little time to get used to the weight of the ball that you got to play right there. Not a bad ball there. But, both teams definitely settling down, and I think it'll end up being a good game. I'm sure there'll be another goal or two at some point. Maybe coming up right now. Let's see.
Ooh. Oh, he went for it, and, no. Ricocheted off a player's back. Who's in goal for Orange?
Looks like a bit of a line change right now, so both teams switching up a bunch of players, getting some guys maybe their first opportunity or getting some guys their second, but I'm sure we'll see some good energy now as some guys definitely coming fresh off the bench. So,
really nice point to pride, Coach. I see two of my seniors, Greg Rudor and Andy Gonzalez, making their way onto the field. They've been such a pleasure to have as part of our program. They've led in the classroom and on the field for all 4 years they've been at Roosevelt, and that's rare.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's awesome. Yeah, I had the chance to watch two of my players, Anthony Kulak and Luke Waxer, earlier, and I've had those kids on varsity since they were freshmen. So to see them as seniors now playing, again, that's the reason why we do stuff like this and coach is to watch these kids grow and see where they end up. And that's the best part about doing this. Great build up there. See if we get the ball in the mix. Unlucky. But again, like we said, the quality is definitely starting to show. These guys can all ping the ball around. A lot of good one-touch, two-touch passing, balls in behind. So I'm sure the college coaches here watching are, getting impressed by some of the quality they see.
Looks like Blue is settling, trying to open up the field here. They're going out to the left back. Let's see what they do with the ball here on the left side. I tell you what's wild is watching some kids that frustrated your own teams this year. I know Mepham's got a great young man, or had a great young man, Georgios Carusis, who gave us a challenge at both games we faced this year. Okay. And we are about to send it down to Coach Donahue on the sideline to talk to Zayn Reese.
All right, we got Zayn Reese, a Mineola captain and the Class A Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. Zayn, first question I got to ask you. Are you swimming or running out there?
It's a little bit of both out there. It's really wet, it's slick, but it's fun to play out there with the boys. Everyone likes playing a night game in the rain, so.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are having a blast out there, and for you, you've had an incredible career. I've coached against you a few times. You were a nightmare to coach against. You look like you're having a blast out there. What does it mean for you to be out here playing in this game?
For me, it's just one last chance to come and really play high school soccer. It's an experience that you have to be grateful for because it's fun, but it goes quick. 4 years went by in a flash, so for me, it's just opportunity to come out with the boys, showcase my talent, and really just play, work hard like I've always done for the 4 years I've been on playing soccer at Mineola High School. So.
Now, you've had a lot of great moments from Mineola, whether it's a trip upstate, all these great championship games. Is there one thing that really stands out above all the rest of them that you're going to remember for the rest of your life?
I mean, my sophomore year going upstate, that whole season was just an unforgettable experience. It really takes hard work to achieve something, and we set a plan in the beginning of the season to get there, and that's what we did, and I accomplished it with people that I've been friends with since I've been small, and it was just a really great experience, and it takes nothing but resilience and hard work to get there. So that's one thing, just accomplishing everything that we did that year. That was one thing that I think I'll always keep with me and I'll never forget.
Now, in addition to being such a great player, Zayn, you are an incredible ambassador for the Mineola program. Is there talk about a legacy, right? What kind of legacy do you think you're leaving to the younger players? What would you want them to follow in your footsteps?
Well, as a captain, there's one thing I told myself that I would never tell my players to do anything that I wasn't doing myself. So if we're doing something as simple as running around the field after practice and I'm not running 100%, I'm jogging in the back, I would never tell my players to run, you know what I'm saying? I always lead by example, and that's the one thing that I try to practice. So when I want to leave in Mineola is that, above all, even though I was a good player, I just want to always leave hard work. That's something that I keep with me, and the one thing I want to leave is just always to work hard no matter what the situation is, and your goals will come true.
So now, what's next for you? You doing anything in the winter or in the spring?
Well, right now I'm playing with Med Oval. That's my plan for the rest of the year, and hopefully next year I get to play at the collegiate level. So that's the plan.
So you're still a free agent right now. Coaches should be looking at you. We have a great player here in Zayn Reese who's looking for a home. College coaches, if you're looking for an incredible player, Zayn Reese.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Zayn, go out there, go have some more fun.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, folks, we're back here on the Varsity Media Sports Network in the pouring rain here in Manhasset and having some fun with the exceptional senior game. We had a blackout in between, and we've got some sponsors to thank. So we're going to tell you about all our sponsors here. We want to say thank you first to Nationwide Mortgage Company. It's Nick Lally. If you have any mortgage concerns, you're looking to shop, sell, buy, whatever it is, Nick Lally, your Nationwide mortgage guy, and Jag Sports Medicine and Rehab. They were here today, roughing out the rain, handing out some swag. They do a great job with sports medicine and, of course, Lifestyles, who is our sponsor of the lineups, Lifestyle Sports with Coach Jermaine. They have they gave out the jerseys today here for the senior game for free. They do the pennies for the summer league. They sponsored every single game, playoffs and regular season here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So thank you to Nationwide's Nick Lally, Jag, and Lifestyle Sports. We're back here. I'm with Chris Unger, Roosevelt's assistant coach, and these are your boys out here today. How does it feel watching your boys out there playing?
I tell you, it's bittersweet. We love them. They've been around us for the last 6 years, since 7th grade in the classroom, since 9th grade as varsity members of our program, and they are stand-up young men. And I said this a little while ago with a coach from Bethpage, and these guys are stand-up in the classroom as well as on the field and in the community. So it's A+. We're going to miss them, but next year will be a fresh young crop of young people, and they've learned some key examples about putting in hard work.
And I'll give you our best stand-up guy. It's the guy whose name is associated with this exceptional senior game. How about the great Al Freeman? It's not a Beaver Moon. Donahue, tell us about Al Freeman.
All right, we are here with Association Director Al Freeman, who is the eponymously named Al Freeman, who's in charge of this game. The game's named after you, Al Freeman, who was a legend in Nassau County soccer.
Yeah, that's some other Al Freeman.
And Al, you were just telling me that this game has been going on for 40 years, and you have been a part of this game for quite some time.
Yeah, Brian, it actually started as a brainchild of the Peter Collins, who was the Long Island Junior Soccer League chairman, and he corralled a group of us together, and we planned these games between Nassau and Suffolk, and it started at New York Tech. And I got to tell you, people were killing each other in those games, and it was wonderful, and it's been going on for a lot of years, and it's spawned a lot of great soccer players.
Yeah, I mean, Nassau County has certainly had its fair share of success in terms of soccer, and we've had another successful season this year.
Anytime you have a state champion, it's a successful year, but it was a successful year on a lot of levels. We had a team that had not won since the 90s, that had finished in last place the year before, and then they won a county championship in what we all believe is the toughest competitive league in Nassau. And you had some teams turn it around, so that's always good to see. And again, we had some outstanding soccer players, witnessed by the fact that we have 12 all-state players and some players who are in line to be all-region and possibly all-American.
And, of course, Al's referring to Herrick's and their coach, Adriana Mendrinos, who won the Class AAA Nassau County Championship, and Rob Anderson's team, Malvern East Rockaway, who turned their seasons around. Two fantastic seasons out of them. And, Al, one of the big storylines we've had all season long is this, I hate to call it a battle, but it's sort of been a bit of a fight we've had this year of getting kids to stay with high school soccer and this battle against the academy soccer teams. And, I think when we've seen these guys who choose high school soccer over academies, we've seen them enjoy tremendous success here on our fields.
I think people are coming full circle to realize how important it is to have a high school soccer experience or high school any sport experience, and how you can't duplicate that when you play for a club team. The guys that you grow up with and you play with and you have sweat equity with, and then they're your friends for life. I can't say that that's necessarily true with the people who play club ball, because to me, you're a high school team and they're your teammates. It doesn't matter that you're the best or you're the worst. You're bonded. And those are the guys you're going to go out with 10 years from now and relive those memories. And you're playing in front of your hometown fans and your school, and there's no way to reproduce that. And I think that what's happened this year that's called attention to it is, I think, maybe a watershed moment where I think things turn around and we can strike a balance between kids playing for the club teams and kids playing for the high school teams.
You know, Al, you've been a tremendous steward, and, you know, we see of all of Nassau County soccer, and we see a tremendous product on the field out here today. What do you think of the soccer you're seeing so far?
Well, I've seen a lot through raindrops, but I didn't get here, to be fair, until the lights went out. And I thought that, oh, my God, what did I do? I showed up and the lights went out. But the fact that these kids are out here and they're playing hard, and it's raining, and they're out here, again, because they love the sport, and the coaches are donating their time, and the referees are donating their time. I mean, there's just so much positive, feelings about this that, you can't thank enough people. There's so many people who put this game together, and the excitement that you guys have had. I've seen the number of texts. I think you've doubled the number of texts that I've seen on my phone in the last year by the texts that you guys have had planning this game. It's really amazing how it's bringing people together at all sorts of different levels.
Now, I've seen a tremendous growth in Nassau County soccer in the 10 years I've been coaching. You must have seen a much bigger growth in the time that you've been with us for Nassau County soccer. What do you see as the future for Nassau County soccer?
I see as long as there are people who want to teach their kids the game, and coaches are willing to come out, and parents. My granddaughter, who's 3 years old, is enrolled in the Garden City Shooting Stars, and she went out for the first time this year, and she loved it. And there are all sorts of things going on there at that field, and so it starts again, another convert.
Listen, you heard it from Al Freeman himself, right? Future Garden City All-Star on the way in Al Freeman's granddaughter. And, Al, we've got a great game here. We had a great game in the first half. And, I think you said it right. All these coaches in our association who put together all their time and effort to put on these events, it has to make you feel good because we're all taking a page off of your leadership.
Well, what I see is more ownership in the association, Brian. Years ago, we had a couple of guys doing everything, and we were the chief cook and bottle washers, and the coaches kind of took their marching orders. But we determined at some point that we were going to get more done and have more things happen if we got people to take ownership of what was going on, and it's happened just that way. This association has grown in ways that we couldn't possibly have forecast. Like, take a look at your podcast. I mean, that's not something that we envisioned. That's something that you did organically, and it's grown to the point where we have people all over Long Island who tune into it and enjoy what's going on. And our website, which we started back in the early 2000s, now has had millions of hits, and hits from all over the country and some internationally.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of this is just because of the standard that you're setting. And, on behalf of all the coaches in the association, I just want to thank you for your leadership and your stewardship of Nassau County soccer. And we're going to let you get back here and enjoy these games, and hopefully you can stay dry for the rest of the night.
I don't think staying dry is an option. Thanks, Brian.
All right, thank you. Well, that was Al Freeman, legendary Al Freeman, the eponymous Al Freeman, who is the namesake of our game here tonight.
Is eponymous the word for the day or something?
It might be. It might be.
That's way above my pay grade.
Thanks, Al. Kicking it right back to you guys.
Thank you, Donnie, and you got to love it. It warms my heart when I see two varsity media color guys down there with Brian Donahue and Al Freeman and all the great things Hippopotamus does down there. And now I'm up here with my buddy Larry, the newest member of the varsity media staff, Chris Unger. Chris, Al Freeman is a great guy, right? I mean, he's done so much for the sport. Obviously, the game is – how great is it to have something named after you while you're alive?
I tell you, it's a huge honor. It is rare that you get anything, a game, a building, or a field named after you while you're still above soil. So that's a true testament to what Al has contributed to this game and this sport.
It absolutely is. And what a great interview as well. Down there talking to Al Freeman. And, Al showed up when the lights were out. And I don't know. They said that he thought it was him that did it. But I would have gone home if I was.
I tell you, Rob, you did a great job entertaining the people that were in the dark. All of a sudden, there was some Bruce Springsteen dancing in the dark, playing through the stadium here. And if you saw the look on the faces, people got a kick out of it.
That you could see in the dark, right? It was
just enough.
So back to the game. I mean, it's been a relatively quiet game, right? A lot of possession in the middle of the field. It seems like that goal out of the gate. They're not, obviously, this is not a game where you're worried about standings or anything like that. You're not stacking the defense now that you're up 1-0. They're just playing. But do you think the weather, the acclimation, the delay is playing any role? Like, I feel like they came out guns a-blazing and things slowed down. Unfamiliarity.
They caught the goalie off guard early. And now we've played almost an additional, we're almost at the 40-minute mark here. And it seems like the kids are just out there enjoying trying to put this together. We got a nice throw in from the side here. Oh, Orange.
Oh.
And, right off the crossbar. Unbelievable look just now.
Oh, boy. That was the moment right there that you thought you had something going, and it was Jake Hislop here. Take a look. Hislop cut off the angle, but
the ball just soared north. And who knows, maybe the ball's a little wet and he didn't get his foot on it the right way. The weather is definitely a factor right now. Rob, I'm looking at all the leaves on the far field.
The lacrosse balls?
Yeah, it looks like lacrosse balls. That's just wet leaves.
And the rain keeps coming down. I mean, it's folks, if we sound like we're getting a little giddy here, it's been a long night, doubleheader. And let's give kudos to our officials today, too. Huh? How about the officials? I know I got the list here. Alexander in the middle. I got to take a look. But the officials out here, they donate their time, right? So just so people know that, all the officials out here today, like the coaches, like ourselves, are donating their time to this game. And big thank you to the Coaches Association, Referee Association, and the Coaches Association. And how about a big shout-out? Oh, boy, how about that one? Blue gets on the board, number 2. And we'll try to get a number on that one for you, folks, as we get a replay. A nice move out to the right distribution. 1 touch, 2 touch, and the left-footed stab, and a quick one right through the left side. And that might have been, I believe, take a look. Is it?
That is number 19. It looks like, was that
Zavala?
Raymond Zavala?
We'll get confirmation on that, folks.
Yeah, 19. Ray Zavala just interviewed on the sideline. He was talking about his legacy. He felt like he had a slightly off year this year, but kept putting in the work. So, great young man. Nice to see him get a goal here. And it looks like Blue is now up 2-0 with a minute to go to the half.
And that's Jake Prince in goal for Limburg. Limburg's Jake Prince. And just looked like he might have slipped, too, on that one. You know who Limburg's coach there, that Josh Berlin fella? You know him?
Okay.
He's watching from Florida.
Oh, man. I hope it's you know what? Since we're in the rain, I hope it's not raining. I hope he's at least getting some warmth and dryness right now.
You're a lot more generous than me. I'm in the rain thinking Josh isn't here, and I'm like, well, that guy's in Florida. Come on, like, you're a nice guy. Under a minute left in this one. 2-0 now, Blue. The biggest lead we've seen all day. It was a tight game in the first one. Zavala now 2 goals in the game. So I think he's going to get that golden boot.
Yeah, and what a way to send out, what a way to leave your senior year. You know, your team, you're moving on, you make the exceptional senior game, you want to play in college. There's some college coaches here, and you put in 2 goals in the game with all the best seniors on Long Island. Absolutely fantastic.
So, folks, we are 20 seconds remaining in this one. It's going to tap down. If Orange can get that clear out, yes, Blue will not have a scoring opportunity. It gets cleared out to the side. So right now it is Raymond Zavala with both goals here for Team Blue as we head into the half. 1 second, count it down, and that is going to end the first half of play here at Manhasset High School, folks. And it's that guy there, Raymond Zavala. Take a look at this goal here. First one, left foot, a little tapper to the opposite side. And a beauty that it is. He celebrates with his new teammate, slides in and gets a little touch of that Manhasset flag. Folks, don't forget, you're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network. We'll be back after a few words from our sponsors.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
It's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves. Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
He's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face on, stay on athlete. Controlling the face-off. That's 3 in a row now.
Hey parents, coaches, and players, ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media's been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Help keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
All right, we are back here from Manhasset High School. Coach Anderson is tapped out. He's down on the field to do some on-field interviews. I am Brian Donahue. I am joined by Roosevelt High School's assistant coach, Coach Unger. Coach, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. I'm actually thankful to be in the booth tonight, Coach. It is wet, cold, and messy out there.
Oh, no, it is. I feel like I'm standing in two puddles right now. It is a wet night, but I'm going to tell you something. Being down there with these kids on the sidelines, they are having a blast out there. They don't even care that it's raining. A couple of them said this is the best night of soccer they've had in quite a long time. They are having so much fun out there representing their schools and representing Nassau County here in this senior all-star game.
I tell you right now, it looks like Orange is coming in a little flat-footed. Blues making a nice charge up the field.
You know, and even for, this is a somewhat of an exhibition match, a bit of a charity match. They are playing for something, right? They're playing for some pride. They're playing for, clearly they're playing to get coaches to notice them. A lot of these guys don't have a college home yet. Some of them don't want to play in college, but a lot of them do. They don't have a college home yet, so they're playing for the scouts that are in the stands, the scouts who are watching at home, the scouts who will be watching.
Interesting enough, as you said that, you interviewed Raymond Zavala a short time ago. Young man is putting together a fantastic showcase game, and it sounds like he's undecided for his college future. But 2 goals in the senior game, that's a nice move right there.
No, he is a truly special player, and, I had the chance to watch him a few times this season in doing prep work for games that I called for the incredible Varsity Media Network, and he really is one of those special players where you have to watch him on a field. And I'm talking to a few of the college coaches at halftime on my way up, and, a game like this is not everybody's built for it. Sometimes you'll see guys that are more of a system guy, and they can play well in a system, but, you don't have time to work out a system in a game like this. You have 1 hour and a half practice to get together with your team. The rest of this, you're just playing on instinct, and a player like Raymond Zavala is a very instinctual player, and he's going to thrive in a game like this.
And interesting, I was talking to Coach Cutter before the game. He was trying to put his players in their natural positions in order to give them the best chance of success tonight.
Right, and that's why you see a guy like Ollie Williams going from striker back to center back, and, you take a team like Garden City's, back-to-back state champions, you want to see these guys, come out here and dominate like they normally do in the regular season. But we're going to kick it down to Coach Anderson with an all-state player in Stephano Lonardos, the Falcon from Locust Valley. Take it away, Rob.
Hey, we're down here with Stephano Lonardos from Locust Valley. 21 goals, 10 assists on the season. He gets to be in the senior game. I'm sure Coach Jolie's very sad that he has to watch him in the senior game. Also a scholarship winner of the Mike Dillon Award. So let's start out first with Locust Valley season. How do you feel about your entire season, and what's it like being a senior now saying goodbye to the Falcons?
Well, coming off of last season where we barely made the playoffs and then losing in the first round to then getting an undefeated conference championship, getting it to the semifinals, it's definitely a big improvement. I mean, I'm so proud of my team. We did so well, did so much work on and off the field, and I'm just so proud of the boys. I think it went really well.
So your name was a name I said a lot at the dinner, right? I was saying your name repeatedly over and over again. You got the Mike Dillon scholarship. That's a huge scholarship. What did it feel like getting that award? What did it mean to you as far as what you know about the Mike Dillon Award and getting a scholarship?
Well, I mean, it meant a lot, obviously, to be recognized multiple times at the dinner and then to receive a scholarship like that. It's really just a testimony to my hard work. I mean, I think off the field I did a lot of work to show that, like, I can lead a team. So I think receiving that scholarship just kind of shows that.
Now tonight, you play with a bunch of guys that you play against, guys that weren't your best friends during the regular season. How do you adjust to a game like this? Obviously, it's a lot of a learning curve. Is it just fun for you, or do you get that competitive edge?
I mean, I'm always going to be a competitor. So, like, on and off, like, it's always just going to be a war. But to play with, like, the best players in the county, it's obviously a big accomplishment. And I'm just pleasure to be on the field with these guys.
Tell me about what's next for Mr. Lonardos in the future.
So, finishing out the year with my club team, Sousa, and then playing college. I'm committed to play at Adelphi. So that's obviously a big honor, and I'm very excited for that.
I'm going to ask one more question because I'm a big Sousa fan.
Yeah.
Tell me about Sousa, like how it developed you as a player, and that it allowed you to play high school ball.
It's incredible. You've got such a great coaching staff that they guide you to play college soccer, and they're always helping. And you got a squad that's just so technically gifted, and they put in so much work. And to be able to play high school on top of that, it's incredible.
It's the great Stephano Lonardos from Locust Valley High School. We love that he got to play high school soccer because he plays for Sousa. Brian, we're going to send it back up to you. Thanks.
Thank you.
I love seeing that. The Falcon is becoming a Panther. You know, I've had the opportunity to coach against Stephano Lonardos for the last few years. What an incredible player, and what a great ambassador for Locust Valley soccer. And not only that, you know, he won one of our scholarships this year. And, you know, one of the great things that Nassau County Soccer does is, you know, we've given out thousands and thousands of dollars in scholarship money over the last few years. And, you know, he was one of the great recipients that we had this year. And, you know, what a great player, what a great young man he is, too. We're going to have to see Orange make some sort of adjustment here. You know, they're trying to get this ball up on the attack, you know, trying to go back the other way. Put a little something together. And now they're cooking a little bit here, Coach.
It looks like they're taking up their intensity with speed. It looks like they're trying to put together a couple passes. But I don't think going up the middle is going to work for them. They're going to have to play the field wide.
No, and especially when you got guys with speed out on the outside, especially somebody like Zayn Reese out there on the wing. And, you know, Chase Bailey with a nice little save there, nice right in the breadbasket. You know, he was really chomping at the bit to get in this game. He was super excited to get in there. And, you know, his brother played in this game. His buddies played in this game. And it's been somewhat of a tradition for these Great Neck North guys. That was a nice centering ball down there from number 7. Let's see if we can figure out who that was. We got to update our notes. This entire booth, just so you guys know at home, this entire booth is soaking wet. So all of our notes have gotten wet and everything's bleeding. So we're going to try and update this as quickly as we can. Want to make sure we give plenty of love and attention to all these guys out here. They deserve it. Phenomenal players that they all are. And while we get our notes sorted, we're going to go down to the field and we're going to talk to Coach Anderson, who's got a couple of players down there right now. Go ahead there, Coach Anderson.
Thanks, Coach Donahue. As a Lynbrook guy, I had to grab the Lynbrook guys. We got Nick Miniella and we got Jake Prince. We're going to start with Nick. Nick, tell us about being a senior on Lynbrook's team. Coach Berlin, all those years, God bless your soul. How does it feel to be a leader on this on Lynbrook, and what does it mean to you now leaving a team that you've been a part of for a long time?
Well, I love Lynbrook. It's honestly a great town. I love the coaching. I love the community we have. The team this year wasn't great, but we had a great time, you know. And it's really sad to leave because I really loved it all. But yeah, I mean, let's go Owls.
And what about being a part of this tonight? Obviously, right? You're a senior. You're in a game against guys that you competed against. So just tell everybody, what does it mean for you as a senior to be a part of this, Nick?
It means a lot. I was like, even when I was young, I always wished to go into this game and up against. It's just like, it's a good feeling to have them on your team, you know, and I have to play them.
And you look great in orange, Nick. I think you should have played for Malvern East Rockaway. Here's Jake Prince. Jake, God, you look taller in person, you know, every time. So being a part of this game, you had a great season this year, a lot of shutouts. Coach says that you're the best goalie in the conference. Being here tonight, what does it mean for you?
It means a lot to me, to be honest, because I love to play against the best players in the county. I feel like I've always strived to be the best and play against the best competition. The only way to be the best is to play the best. Especially with my boy Nick, I've played since I was young, and I feel like, you know, we played our game, we showed our talent, and we had fun.
How long have you and Nick been playing together?
Probably since we were like 5 or 6 years old. Unfortunately, I quit when I was a little younger, but I got back into it. The guys got me back, and I had a super great team, in my opinion. I'm very grateful that I got to play with my guys. And, you know, soccer's one of the best, probably the best game that's played internationally for a reason.
It is the best game. Now I want you to do me a favor. Tell me one thing about Nick that nobody else knows. Something about being a teammate with Nick. He's staring at you now. No pressure.
Oh, God, I can't do that. I can't. I mean, something about Nick. Honestly, I would say the big thing about Nick is when, you know, if we tend to not score this season, he would come in hot, especially in the locker room. Even though sometimes on the field he's a super motivating guy, he'll scream at you in the locker room, and he'll be that guy, and he will not be afraid to call out your name. It's pretty simple.
All right, Mr. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, he's just the type of guy. He knows he plays every position from striker to right back, and he knows he'll call out your name, and if you're not doing your job, he's the type of guy to say, and he was a great captain this year.
Mr. Mignola, tell me about Jake Prince. What do we not know about old Jake?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I already know that he's the best goalie in the conference. But besides that, he's always got your back. Especially, like, I mean, he's got your back in that. He's got your back in real life. He's just a great guy, you know. Always there for you. Especially, like, even in school, like, someone to, like feel bad about yourself. Like, he's just there, you know. A great guy.
I love it. Guys, let's look into the camera, and let's give Coach Berlin a quick hoot-hoot from the Owls. Let's go. Hoot-hoot. Hoot-hoot. Peace.
Hoot hoot from the Owls. There's a couple of future Limerick alumni. They're going to join the Limerick Alumni Association with me. Of course, I graduated 30 years before them, 31 years before them. They're youngins.
Same here, Coach. 1995 sounds like an eternity ago.
Eternity ago. The world was so much different then. Game hasn't changed much. We'll see if Orange can put one in here. Zayn Reese has been looking very dangerous down here on the left wing for Team Orange, and Amos Wright from North Shore has got his hands full, and that's one of those dream matchups, and you get to almost play like fantasy soccer here with these teams, and we talk about how we all season long, even watching these playoff games, we always say, like, if you could pick any start a team from scratch, who would be your first pick? Right, and now we almost have the opportunity to do it with these guys, and
we're watching it. We're watching it live right now.
We absolutely are, and now you get some of these dream matchups because realistically, Locust Valley will never play Garden City or Freeport, but now like Lonardos go up against Emerson Molina from Freeport or Nico Droya from Farmingdale. We get these great fantasy matchups, and that's what these games are all about. It's so much fun being out here.
Let's see if Orange can get out of their backfield right now. Blue's really been controlling the pace of the game.
Right, and also think about, too, right, there was Brady Kroon playing it out to Zayn Reese, and, there's two guys that have been rivals for the last 2 years, just bitter rivals on those Class A fields, and, they developed very quick, great chemistry together on this field, putting that aside and saying, hey, man, season's over, our rivalry's over, let's go out there and get this W for Team Orange here.
I tell you, watching Blue move the ball is impressive. They're using speed to go left to right. They're switching the field with precision. One small out of bounds just now. So we have a change of possession, and Orange is going to take it up.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing where you just, you want to play, and a couple of these guys talked about this, just play the safe pass. And, talking to my guy, Jeffrey Herrera, who played in the earlier game, he texted me before the game. He said, Coach, any pointers, any piece of advice you can give me before I go out and play this game? And I said, just keep it simple, right? Just try and play within yourself. Don't try and do too much. Just play the smart ball and just play simple passes. That's how you distinguish yourself, right? Once you settle into that game, then all that good, fun stuff will happen. Then you can do your rainbow flicks and all that stuff will eventually settle in. But play the simple balls first, right? Like that. Perfect, simple pass across the field. Now you got to open the ball up and let these guys start running. Right, Amos Wright doing another great job shutting down Zayn Reese there.
It's amazing. Every time I take a look down to the field, you just see Zavala right in space. It seems like he was meant for this senior game.
Yeah, he's such a special player out here. And there's Matthew Alexandri getting some work done for Team Blue and his coach, Supios.
And they're doing it right now, Blue, with small passes. They keep scanning the field. They're opening up.
And I got to tell you something, too. Like, just stylistically, I'm a fan of the high socks. I don't like the tiny socks. I like the high socks.
I might be with you on that. Now that you say it, I'm looking. They do look pretty classy.
Yeah, a little old school look.
I'm wondering if it's a warmth factor for them right now.
You would think it is. It is pretty cold down on that field. You know, we're up in that booth. It's a little warm up here, a little steamy in here. You know, the one thing I did notice, speaking of, trends and, how players, dress themselves for these games, I noticed that all the wrist injuries are gone. We saw that all season. These guys have their wrists taped.
Oh, there's tape on everything.
Tape, yeah, every player had their left wrist all taped. Now, magically, nobody's got their wrist taped. I wonder if that, maybe the superstition's over now that the season's over. That's all gone. A couple of coaches just turned around and gave us a little smile. They know what I'm talking about.
I tell you, if you looked at any med kit across Nassau County this year, tape was in short supply.
Yeah, the athletic trainers they're doubling their budgets for training tape next year. But now we got to keep it simple. And like I say all the time, every time I do a coaching clinic, every time I talk to youth players, just master a 10-yard pass. That's all you need to do. You can do that, just passing and receiving. You will be the best player in Nassau County. That's all you have to do. Everything else will come from that. And then we're going to kick it down to Coach Anderson, who was with our Nassau County Referee of the Year, Steve Pattis. Take it away, Rob.
Thanks, Donnie. We're down here, like he said, with the Nassau County Referee of the Year. And as far as that award goes, Steve, you got it not just because you're great on the field, but because you're great off the field. I'm going to put you on the spot. What does it mean to be the guy that gets the honor from our association this year?
Well, I'm extremely humbled and honored, not just for myself, but for the entire association. Because I look at it as it's a team award. And I'm only as good as the partners that I work with and the crews that I work with. And to me, it also speaks to the collaborative effort that we've had, our association, working together with your association. So recognizing that and achieving that, it means we're moving the ball down the pitch in the right way.
Now, Steve, just explain to everybody what your role is. I mean, just so people know at home, Steve is the guy for the South Shore Summer League that assigns all the referees. He's got us going in a whole new direction. He's a guy that looks at film from coaches. We send him stuff. He takes the time to look at it, assess it, speak to us. Steve, just your role in the organization, obviously you're the rules assessor. Just can you explain to people what that's all about and your role basically with the Referees Association?
So basically, in order to be a certified referee in New York State, you have to take an interpretation. So someone kind of explained it to me when I took my first interpretation that I just went to see the Pope, and I was now a cardinal. So now when I go out, I get to go see the bishops and I get to pass the word on. And that's what happens. So if you were going to be an official, you would have to go to an interpretation. And that's what are the new rules, revisions of rules, emphasis of rules, because again, there's always these modifications that happen. So that's a key part of my role. And in that, it's working with coaches and even athletic directors on understanding that. And getting tape, and wanting to understand why did the ref make this call, didn't make that call. So, and then obviously the other hat that I wear, which was an important role this year because we brought in more than 30 first-time referees to our association, is I run the candidate school. And we're going to be running another class come this January, Nassau County Soccer Officials Association. You can see us up on the website. And you can begin officiating this fall. And you don't have to be an experienced individual. You can start at the modified level and work yourself up to JV and varsity.
And you kind of stole the thunder out of the next question. But we've done a lot of things progressive-wise as far as the organization goes, as far as soccer goes. Just tell everybody really quick in the camera how they can become an official one more time.
So again, go to our website, Nassau County Soccer Officials Association, and right up on the top of the website, there'll be a direct link to my email or my phone number, and you can, if you have any specific questions, and you can register from there.
Awesome, you heard it here. Referee of the Year, Steve Pattis. We're going to send it up to Donahue with a good replay.
All right, there was some little action down there. Chase Bailey off his line, the ball slips through, and we're going to take a little replay here to see if that ball actually went in here. Chase with a nice slide. His left knee hits it right in the foot, and that ball was on the line. It did not go all the way in. He held it up halfway.
I tell you, Coach, we went against Chase Bailey in the playoffs. We lost in shootout, and that young man is a class act. Tremendous goalie.
Yeah, he really is. And talking to him just on the sidelines of fields, I saw him at a few of the playoff games. He's a really nice young man. And, it's just, what a great save from him down there. And, Nassau County Soccer is a few years away from VAR. They would have needed it down there. And, here he is keeping himself and his team in this game.
He seems to step up when it matters most, and that's a pretty good quality of having a goalie.
Yeah, I coached against him in lacrosse last year, and he came right up to me, "Hey, Coach, how you doing? Good to see you." And they're just a real polite young man. It's carrying on that legacy his brother had, Everett, from the previous seasons, keeper for Great Neck North. And, the great season they had, coming in there and, the tough defeat on this field, right? It's got to be real hard to come back to the field you lost on and go try and play a game. But, he is all smiles out there.
All right, looks like Team Orange is making some significant switches of personnel. Let's see if they can string together something here with just about 20 to go in the second half.
But you got to talk, you got to hand it to this Team Blue defense too, right? They're holding down one of Nassau County's most prolific scorers in Nico Droya from Farmingdale. He's one of I think he's the third leading goal scorer in Nassau County this season, and he's had a pretty quiet game this year. Tonight.
That's it. With the exception of the 2 goals from Zavala, this has overall been a very quiet game.
It looks like we have a formation or a little player personnel switch from Coach Cutter, shifting Ollie Williams, the stud striker, up top. And we're going to have another on-field interview from Coach Anderson with Mepham's Georgios Carusis and Baldwin's Matthew Alexandri. Go ahead, take it away, Rob.
All right, we got Georgie Carusis here from Mepham and then Big Matt Alexander from Baldwin. Georgie, we're going to start with you. Talk about your season with Mepham. Obviously, you guys had a fantastic season, battle with Garden City. What did it mean for you being a senior on this team this year?
I felt like it meant a lot. Last year we didn't have the strongest season. I mean, we had a strong season, but didn't make playoffs. We expected more than what we got. So coming into this year and getting into playoffs, having 10-2-2 record, it felt really good, especially in my senior year, to get this team back into playoffs.
All right, Georgie, your coach is one of my favorite guys, Zach Goss, right? Talk about the coaching staff. You got Ralph Pascarella in there. Talk about the coaching staff and what they meant to you this year, because I know they probably played a big role in your development.
Yeah, definitely. The coaching staff was amazing. I give all my respect to Coach Goss and Coach Pascarella. Especially this season, you could tell how dedicated they were. Like every game, every practice, everything was just on point. There was no mess ups, all seriousness, and it showed on the field.
Awesome, Georgie. Now, Matt, how you doing, Matt? We got to move the camera up for you, Matt. My goodness. I got to see you in the Summer League, playing for Baldwin, South Shore Summer League. So you're here today. You're one of those guys that, play space really well, methodical player. Tell me what your mindset is going into games.
I try to let the ball do the work, try to not make it too physical, because that's when, things turn to 50-50. So I try to get the ball moving as quick as possible to make opponents shift.
All right, Matt, tell me about your season with Baldwin. I know you didn't meet all the expectations that you wanted. You have another one of my favorite coaches, Coach Soup. You got to love Soup. But tell me about what it was like being part of this Bruins team.
It was definitely a privilege to captain them for 2 years. So even though we didn't meet the expectations of the playoffs like we wanted to, I feel like the memories and all the banter and jokes of my friends and my boys I've been playing with, I think that's really going to stay with me for years. So I'm very glad to have
And Matt, tell me about college. What's going on for you next year, Matt, as far as college? And are we going to see you coaching with Soup on the Summer League? What's in the future for Matt Alexander?
I'm not committed yet. I have a couple looks, but the post will drop soon. So hopefully I'm committed by January.
All right, now we're going to come back to you, Mr. Carusis. Yeah. What's in the future for you as far as college goes? Do you plan on coming back and getting these up-and-coming Pirates ready for soccer?
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to finding out where I'm going to play school soccer for next 4 years. Like Matt said, I have a couple looks, but nothing official yet. And I'm definitely going to be coming back. You know, it's my hometown. Grew up here my whole life, so why not come back and help out the younger ones?
And that's all we look for. Matt, come on in the frame, just so you guys can look at this height differential here. Folks, we want to thank you guys both. We hope that you both go back to your communities. You did a great job. We're going to send it back up to Coach Donahue.
All right, thanks, Rob. We are back here, and Team Blue is on the front foot on the attack, and they are just looking all kinds of functional here. They look like a team that's been playing together for quite some time. Orange has got to get something put together here.
I tell you, it's wild. Blue keeps shutting down Orange's offense, turning the field real quick, and it's small passes and moving up the field. And we are back. Let's see, Orange moving up the left side. And we've got a Blue throw.
I'm going to check to see who that was there. I think that might have been Will Gleason. We'll double check that number in a minute there, folks. Right, and you know, this is something that, you know, Team Blue can do. They have the luxury of doing this. You know, just play the ball around, just kick it around, and you know, they can poke little holes in here going away here for the next, 14 minutes of this game. They're fully and firmly in control. You know, but at the same time, you know, if I'm Raymond Zavala, I'm like, hey, boys, feed me. I want the Hattie. I want the All-Star Game Hattie. I'm trying to get that Soccer Post Long Island player of the game.
He's in prime position. Right now, it's going to be his.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know who else you would give it to. I mean, I don't know if they can give it to the whole defense. The keeper really hasn't had a whole lot to do. You know, they did a great job in that All-Star halftime showcase presented by Long Island Goalkeeper Association or Academy. Those guys always do a great job. And we got Coach Anderson with 2 more interviews. We have one of the leading scorers in Nassau County, Nico Droya from Farmingdale, and the guy we've been watching since he was a sophomore from Massapequa, Jeremy Velez. Take it away, Rob.
Hey, Nico Droya, we're going to start with you. One of the leading goal scorers in the county, Farmingdale. Tell us about your game, Nico. Obviously, you're a stud on the field. What's the mindset going into games?
Well, for this game specifically?
No, for every game that you go into. You can tell me about this game if it's any different.
This game, I try to get as many touches as possible, but just to show myself, because I did, but the win would be nice. For Farmingdale, obviously the win was most important. I didn't care if I scored. I just happened to a lot, but the 3 points was best. And going into playoffs, we had strong hopes, and it just didn't pay off. The ball wouldn't go in the net. Paris played good, they couldn't play, but we had chances, and some didn't finish. But listen, that's soccer, that's life. It was a great experience, and I'm very honored to play Farmingdale.
You know what, I want to take that mindset and put it in everybody. I just happen to do it a lot, is what he said about goals. Jeremy, come on in frame, Jeremy. Jeez. Jeremy, Massapequa star. They've been talking about you since you're a sophomore. Now you're a senior. I mean, this journey has been quick, probably quick, though, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel now being on this exceptional senior field?
I mean, starting off from freshman, there's a lot of people to look up to each year. Why I always try my best on the field. I try to do my best, and he was a great guy overall. I loved him ever since I started on from the freshman to senior. Yeah.
And the last thing I'm going to ask you, Jeremy, what's in the future for Jeremy Velez as far as soccer goes or college? What are the plans?
Right now I got, I'm playing as much as I can, and I'm trying to see my options as of going to the college level soccer and see my options and go from there.
All right, we know that, Jeremy, you're going to have a lot of options. Nico, you're probably going to have options too. First, tell us about Farmingdale soccer. What do you see in the future, your participation, and also what's in the future for you?
All right, Farmingdale soccer. So most of our team was juniors. So next year,
They're going to be strong. They got some studs in the back. Princey, he's unfortunately good. And then Graziano, also a very special player. So they got some talent. They got some young guys who are going to fill those gaps. Myself, I'm going to Europe for trials coming up in January till April. I'll be in Poland for professional trials.
I absolutely love it. And both of these guys from two communities that are usually rivals, right? Massapequa, Farmingdale. So I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. In front of the camera, can Farmingdale and Massapequa give each other a hug? Come on, let's go, let's go. Oh, you got to love it. That's what soccer does. Nico and Jeremy, thank you. Back up to Coach Donahue.
Thank you. You got to love seeing that. It's like the Hatfields and the McCoys making peace. Farmingdale, Massapequa coming together as only Nassau soccer can bring people together. We are here now, 10 minutes left in this game, and Blue is really just starting to take advantage. And, you got Michael Karcher, the goalkeeper from Garden City, playing way off his line, and they're just looking to take these pot shots now. I can hear him on the sideline saying, shoot it from 50 yards out when he is way high outside off of his line. And, he kind of has to play that high line, when they're trying to get this ball up and start this attack, especially with Big Ollie Williams up there on the ball like he is right now. And he's got to find some space. And, the Team Orange is they were doing a pretty good job of just passing that ball around and finding space and moving it up the field. They just got to do a little bit better job of finishing here at the end.
And something that we just noticed when Rob's interview, it looks like the rain has increased, making the conditions even worse than they were at the start of the game.
And for rain like that and a corner kick like this is where it gets dangerous. And we saw that in the first game, just no defense on one of those plays, and the ball just squeaked right through. Chase Bailey's going to have to be on his toes, as does this Team Blue defense. And Amirati's ball went a little bit long. It's got to be really hard for a player like Sam Amirati, who's, he's used to playing these balls for Floral Park all year long, and, he's used to just playing and playing and playing, and now all of a sudden on a ball like that, you just want to play it right into the box and just let it ping around because, no one has any, zone schemes. No one has any defensive schemes. Just play the ball in and let him go. It's got to be a tough transition. But we're going to kick it down to Coach Anderson again, who's got Willie Gleason and trying to see who the other guy is. I just see a pair of feet. And John Thomas from Great Neck North. Take it away, Coach.
All right, North Shore, Great Neck style. We got the South. We got the North. We're going to start with the North side. John Thomas from Great Neck North. John, tell us about your season first, your mindset going into every game this year for Great Neck North.
So, honestly, the season was great. Great group of boys. They're just like family to me. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way that we wanted it to, but it was still, fun. Couldn't have asked for anything better besides county chip maybe, and maybe a win against South too.
A couple of those games. Well, look at him. He's already shouting out South. But before we get to the South side, let's stay on the North side. You're up here in Manhasset, North side, North Shore, Long Island. What does it feel to you as far as being like a senior in a game like this? You're playing with guys that you play against. What does it feel like for you to be part of the exceptional senior game?
It's surreal, honestly, to be playing against a lot of the guys that I grew up playing against and a lot of my friends as well. Like, I've known Willie for a long time. We're not the closest, but I've always seen him as competition as a great player, and same with everyone else here. So it's a great feeling. This is literally Manhasset's our neighbors too, so it's awesome to just be a drive away, 5-minute drive, just to be playing here with all my boys. So yeah,
it's got to be awesome. I've got a long drive. I got to go home to Lynbrook, but Willie Gleason, he said he's known you a long time. You've been in competition. Willie, tell us about Great Neck South season.
Definitely some moments could have been better. We didn't really get what we wanted. We were going for playoffs. Haven't reached that in over a decade, and we fell a little short, but probably the most important game of the season. First, Great Neck North beat them 3-0, so happy about that.
You got to love that. I mean, the two of you guys are acknowledging each other back and forth in this thing. Tough battle for you. Now, even though you didn't meet your expectations, both of you said you didn't meet your expectations, do you plan on being a part of, honestly, a part of this system moving forward? Do you want to come back and help this team moving forward? What are your plans for you, Willie, as far as your future?
Yeah, for my future, definitely looking to play college ball. Whoever gives me an opportunity, I'm going to look to play there. And regarding Great Neck South, the program going forward, I think they're just a little step away from becoming a legit and respected program, so definitely do my best to help them with that.
All right, now on the Great Neck Northside, John, what are your plans for the future?
Honestly, I have no idea soccer-wise, but I really do have a passion for the game. I have a love for the game. And for my school, I really want to help out as much as I can. I see a lot of potential in our coaching, our staffing, and there's a lot of potential in the future here. So I'm really just looking forward to help out in any way that I can. And yeah, that's it.
So one of the things that I did with Farmingdale Massapequa, I don't know if you know about them, but they're rivals. They kind of don't love each other. I'm guessing Great Neck South, Great Neck South, North, I'm battling. You guys no love 100% for each other. So I'm going to ask you to do the same thing I asked them. Would you guys give each other a hug on the camera? All right. It's all love here. Great Neck North, Great Neck South, all love. Boys, say goodbye.
That's what it's all about.
Back to you, Donnie.
And we are back inside of 5 minutes, and it is the Chase Bailey show right now. He is putting on a clinic down there for Team Blue.
I tell you, between him chasing that ball back a little while ago, he just had his hand on one. This young man is doing an outstanding job.
Smart play down there from Jack Klein on the quick restart, playing it down to Zayn Reese. But, as we say, he just couldn't get those hips through the ball, and that centering shot put a little bit outside, and Chase Bailey can take the play off there. And I think you're right. I think Chase Bailey said, you know what? You guys are sitting there saying Raymond Zavala is a player of the game. I'll show you player of the game. Watch me take over the second half and shut this down. Made a couple of great saves to keep this sheet clean.
Even more impressive, we saw some really good banter between him and
like that,
on the fields.
That little play fight, that was great. A little miscue out of the back. Bailey's just going to lay on it. And oh, there you go. He and Ollie are going back and forth again. He pointed to the scoreboard. And, you got to like seeing that in games like this when, these kids can be out here having fun. And they started the game with the power going off, playing throughout the rain. They're out here just having fun. And, it's a no-pressure game. And, when you see these guys, especially teams that are just so buttoned up all year, letting loose a little bit, that's what this is all about.
Wow, what a grab. Oh, and one gets popped in.
I love seeing that. That's all fun and games. If that was a regular season game, we'd be nervous. And here's the replay, right? That ball was started. Nice shot. Great save out of Chase Bailey, but he just couldn't bring it down. And then there's Williams with that nose for goal. And they're saying no goal. They're saying offsides. That goal is being called back, and they're calling offsides on that one. So great job out of Chase Bailey, keeping the sheet clean, and thank you for the help from the assistant referee.
Well, Coach, we've got just under 3 minutes to go, and it looks like Blue is going to take this match.
Yeah, it looks like it. That certainly is something that is going to deflate the sails. And here we go. We are on a run here.
Ooh.
That was just out there wide from Eric Ramos from Baldwin. And his coach, he is being coached by his own coach, Supios. He's going to let him hear that after this game. One-on-one with the keeper, playing it out wide like that. I think you see Coach Supios saying, hey, you got to go near post on that one. I know Coach Supios well. He is not a guy that likes to lose. He was down there coaching this game like it's a county final.
And here comes Blue right up the midfield. Oh.
There was a nice midfield stop. And that'll be a corner. Nice win of a corner by Oliver Williams. Right off of your guy, Andy Gonzalez. Nice midfield play out of him to get that ball going the other way.
Let's see if they can get a goal here. It's raining. The ball is slippery. Anything can happen. And there's only a minute and a half to go.
Right, you just want to play this ball right in the middle of the box. Let it bounce around. There you go. Just like that. And he is completely onside on that one, and nobody is stopping that ball. Jack Klein, is that Jack Klein on the goal on that one? Let's take a look at this one here, Coach. Yeah, that was number 16. Oh, Omar Obadiah from Hicksville on the goal. It's got to feel good scoring in front of his coach, Coach Starkey, coaching his last game as a professional coach here for Nassau County. Got to congratulate Coach Starkey on an incredibly stellar career. We had the opportunity to coach against him last year in their senior game. Great guy, great team they got up there in Hicksville. I'm going to wish him well.
Wow, Caruso's with a nice little shot, and number 24, Karcher with the stop.
Yeah, listen, he did that all season for Garden City, and he did that against Caruso's twice this season as they faced off against each other. Under a minute left here. Let's see if Team Orange can put something together here. Not under the last minute. You know, we don't have overtime here, and we don't have PK shootouts, although I bet you. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Wow. What a goal from Blue. Let's see the replay on that.
Got a replay coming up. Here we go. Yep, there we go. And you know, again, we talked about it before. Karcher off his line, shot out wide.
And 30 seconds to go, and it looks like this is a wrap.
And they want one more. Matt Alexandri piped it. And you know he's going to hear it from his coach on that one. You know Coach Supios is going to give it to him for that. And that's going to do it here on the Varsity Media Network. Nationwide Mortgage Brokers, Nick Lally, thank you for the support tonight. Jag Physical Therapy, thank you for the support tonight. Coach Unger, Coach Anderson, great job tonight. Everybody here from Varsity Media Network. This has been a Varsity Media Network production. Executive producer Ben Turch and our technical director Chris Sweeney. This has been Brian Donahue, Ron Pierre. That'll do it for us tonight. We will see you next time from Varsity Media.